Can you tell us how you became involved in Mortal Kombat Legacy?
Well, I did the short, Mortal Kombat Rebirth, which I'm sure you saw, as a favor to a friend. I mean, Kevin was a friend of a friend, and I knew that he was wanting to make something to sell Warner Brothers on his vision for the franchise. So we all, I think the entire cast, the entire crew, just volunteered our time over a weekend. He shot it in 2 days, got donated equipment, and used some of his own money to rent some equipment, and I had no expectations of what this was going to be. And especially meeting Kevin, he's the last person that you would ever picture this coming from, because he's just the sweetest, most sort of unassuming, quiet, mild guy. And when he finished it, he sent me a copy of it, and I was just blown away, because it is just so badass. And his vision for this was unbelievable. And then it was leaked onto the internet and took on a life of its own and became this whole huge viral thing. And then when I found out that they were doing the web series, I said, absolutely.
Now tell us about your character, Sonya Blade.
Sonya's a badass broad. She's a lot of fun to play. And in this version of Mortal Kombat, with Kevin's vision, there is no sort of campy, cartoony kind of quality to it. This is very gritty, very more real world. So Sonya's a little more believable, I think.
Now, do you get to actually take part in the action this time around?
I do, which is fun. Because I think I'm the only actor in the cast that's not a trained fighter. Everyone else, I believe all the other actors are actually, martial arts experts or things like that. So the fighting for them is second nature, and you just come in and they tell you what the choreography is and they just knock it out. I do not do this in normal life, so there was nothing just natural and, oh, I'll just whip out a few fight scenes. And there was no time to train for this. That's the one downside of doing a web series as opposed to a TV series or a feature or something like that, is there was no lead time. I think I found out 2 days before the offer came in that the project was even happening, and then 2 days after the offer, I think I was on a plane to Vancouver and shooting the next day. So there was no time to train or to get ready for anything. We shot the fight scenes I think my first day on set. So, in fact, yeah, it was the second scene I shot, actually. So we, thank God, have a great fight coordinator who choreographed it and was very patient working with me. And for the 45 minutes that we got here and there and little 2-minute increments between setups on the other scene that we were shooting. But yeah, so it was season 2. We'll have more training leading into it.
Well, can you let us know who you fought in the first season?
I don't know how much I could tell you. Some of the Black Dragons. She kicks a little ass.
Like say one Black Dragon in particular, perhaps?
Is this coming out before or after the episode? I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Okay, well, tell us about the shooting itself. How long did you guys get to film this series?
We were there to shoot the first 2 episodes. I was there, I think, about a week. So it was pretty quick. Week and a half, maybe.
And there's 10 episodes in this first season, is that right?
I think it's 10. I'm not sure how many. Once they got it cut together, I'm not sure how many it ended up being. It may be more like 9 or 8, but I'm not sure exactly how many it is.
Now, are you guys aiming to make a new film out of this or continue the web series next year?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I think Kevin's ultimate goal would be to do a film, but I'm thrilled to be on board with whatever it is. This project is so much fun, and his vision is amazing.
Now, did you have a favorite part of filming?
Yeah, the fight scene was fun. I mean, that action is just fun. That's why you become an actor, is to play different roles and do things that you don't do in your regular life. So that was, it's always fun to kick a little ass.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually your first sci-fi genre role since Star Trek Voyager, is that correct?
Yeah, actually, I think it might be. Yeah, I guess Leverage doesn't really count. Yeah, I guess it
What's
does.
it like coming back to the genre side?
It's fun. This is a very loyal, passionate fan base, the genre fans. So it's good times.
Well, what else can you tell us about Sonya in terms of do we get to see Sonya outside of the fighting scenes this time around, or is she just going to be essentially Jax's partner for the duration?
You do see her outside of that a little bit, and you get to see a little bit of the history of what Jax and Sonya's relationship, not their history, but their relationship, but they're tight, and Stryker. It's a tight threesome, these guys, and it's nice to see that, and a little bit of the backstory with the bad blood with Kano.
Now, last question. Any closing thoughts you want to get out there about Mortal Kombat Legacy?
It is kick-ass, and I think people are going to really be blown away.